Hey everybody! It's been a while. One minute you're planning to talk about All In, the redefinition of history being made, and then heading into that event, you hear Terry Funk dies, Bray Wyatt dies, Bob Barker dies, the original voice actress of Harley Quinn dies. Then you're watching All In, then you hear Jungle Boy say something, and someone decide to get pissed, and then you are hearing that days later they get sacked with cause apparently, and then Tony Khan is now the most vilified guy in wrestling, even though I question and the need to go out publicly and go ahead and get roasted by the Chicago natives. I will say part of me thinks he did that partially just so the wrestlers don't get bashed for his decisions. That's just my theory though. But yeah, All In was history in the making. We made it. It was supposed to be the culmination piece of my 3 to 4 year work of talking about pro wrestling's rebirth. Pro wrestling's rebirth, its reign, and its destiny, and then you don't know what to do, and you're left freaking out, and you're kind of mad at everything, and then you get depressed, and then you get pissed off. I'm trapped. I'm royally fucking trapped. Okay. So let's talk about the guy who's been mellowed out by everything that's been going on for the past year. Kenny Omega taking on Konosuke Takeshita, backed by Don Callis of the Don family. And I am surprised they have not called it that yet on TV, other than that Don Callis is calling it the Don Callis family, even though it would make more awesome sense to call it the Don family, who has taken on the services of Konosuke to take out Jericho and all that. So yeah, Don Callis betrayed Kenny Omega in the most stunning cage match ending, and Kenny has vowed his revenge, much like another guy vowing revenge against someone he considered family, only to get his ass kicked every single second of the day, and this was in WWE, and now you're starting to see parallels here, because of course, and it was a part-timer instead of full-time. This was a mistake, wasn't it? Anyways, Konosuke Takeshita has a new theme song where it's just basically Silent Hill-esque with no vocals. In fact, why not just do what Tommaso Ciampa did? Have no theme music and go out rain drenched in the booze. Like, that would be awesome. That's the one thing I always give NXT credit. Like, finally, you did something right for once. You did Tommaso Ciampa getting booed as his theme music. That was creatively awesome. Oh, those were the glory days of black and gold. They bled black and gold, sometimes red, but that's a different subject. So yeah, Kenny Omega and Konosuke Takeshita finally locked horns one-on-one. And my God, Kenny has not had a good year as a wrestler so far, because he lost every pay-per-view match this year. He's on a multi-month pay-per-view losing streak. Multi-pay-per-view losing streak, yeah, that's actually a thing. And you would think All In would be the comeuppance, at least for a temporary reprise, only for him to get pinned by Konosuke Takeshita. I actually pinned that. I predicted that was going to happen in terms of Konosuke winning. I just thought he would like beat the living hell out of Kota Ibushi for the hell of it, just to get that and get referee stoppage. That was my initial thought, but no, they instead went with this option, where Konosuke pins Kenny Omega in the ring. So anyways, I think we can safely say Konosuke is clearly being invested here. So this now culminates in an ultimate feud. Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita, one-on-one. Don Callis at his side. My God. If only Kota Ibushi was here, he would have the chance. And sure enough, we got what we all knew this was going to be. A fucking awesome match. It is everything I knew it was going to be. These are awesome performers. Though I question, though there was something odd about the gear, Kenny Omega's gear. Like, I was thinking, like, is this a callback? I feel like this is a callback to when he was, you know, the young lion, essentially, in New Japan, his green outfit, and when he got his ass kicked all the time. Like, I keep thinking, like, that's a callback to his days in Japan when before he got big. That's just my thought on that. And Konosuke Takeshita and Kenny just went at it, and Don Callis tries to stab Kenny Omega with a screwdriver and fails miserably, which was hilarious. And I was like, oh god, how are they going to factor in the screwdriver? But I'll get to that. But yeah, what we got was your fit for Konosuke Takeshita. Is probably his best match today in AEW. For Kenny Omega, it's just like, I'm the best bat machine, baby. I'm the best bat machine.
I should be like you, Mel.
And to him, it's just another day at the job. And Konosuke, it just was like, and this was phenomenal. And the most shocking thing is, Konosuke defeated Kenny Omega. He has his number twice. Clean. Yeah, Don Callis tried to get involved, but he missed every single chance. So Konosuke beat him clean, essentially. I'm like, you could say it's dubious at best. But yeah, Konosuke defeated Kenny Omega clean in the ring. And I was just like, Kenny lost? And according to someone's statistics, this is Kenny's 7th pay-per-view loss. What? I'm like, unless you want to count Wrestle Kingdom, which was not an AEW pay-per-view, Kenny has lost every pay-per-view match in AEW so far. It said last year. It says All Out 2022. And I was just like, man, like, okay, you could judge everything about the Elite and how they should be or should not be EVPs, but when they put people over, they'll damn sure put people over. And Konosuke Takeshita, like, here's the thing, reportedly, they do see to Konosuke as a major face in the future, but they know we can make money making him a villain. And Konosuke sells the character so well, like, he trades in his clothing for all black, and he's just, like, merciless, and just very, okay, I want to say Mortal Kombat-esque with the way he presents himself. Heck, I'm waiting for Ed Boon to announce that Kenny Omega will be in Mortal Kombat 1 as a future DLC character, because that would be fucking awesome. Come on, man, he's the one-wing angel, and he does like to dress like Mortal Kombat characters at Sephiroth and Final Fantasy, so come on, man, just do it. You're working with, you're owned by WBD, you can make it happen. Just say, can we put Kenny Omega in the game? Yes. Okay. So yeah. Plus it would be the closest we would ever get to Kenny Omega versus John Cena. So yeah, Konosuke Takeshita and Kenny Omega showed up, showed out, gone all out. Pun intended. And now I am curious where they go with him in this, because now it's like Don Callis has his number. Kenny's lost twice over to Konosuke. There's gotta be one last match just to give Kenny back his win. And I'm just like, oh god, and imagine if Konosuke beats him 3 times in a row. That would be, oh god, I'm pretty sure Buddy Matthews would be saying stuff about this. He'd be like, don't worry Kenny, I've been there. And somehow I'm the one who got pushed in the end and not the guy who beat me 3 times. Like, seriously, what the hell? So yeah, Konosuke has Kenny's number. Don Callis has Kenny's number. Where does Kenny go from here? I don't know. Where does the Don Callis family go from here? No idea. All I know is that it's going to be fucking awesome. And well, so I'm curious, is Will Ospreay officially part of the Don family, or is he just a paid assassin? And is Bullet Club Gold having some affiliation with Don Callis after All Out? I'm curious about that, since they're also at war with the Elite. Basically, it's the case of everyone seems to go after the Elite now in AEW. First, it was the Dark. Now, just remember the Dark Order's after them a little bit. In fact, I wonder if they're going to follow up on that. The Elite, I wouldn't be surprised if the Elite pitched this idea. It's like, okay, look, I know fans hate us currently, but we need to get one on the roster pissed off at us for storyline purposes. So let's just do that. Sell the idea. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the actual thought process. But oh man, like the quality of this match was phenomenal. It was what we needed. I haven't watched all of All Out. I skipped it because one, money wise, because goddamn it, why did you have to have a pay-per-view a week after and have it separate? Tony at least says this. He tried to bundle it, but the pay-per-view carriers were like, please. If that's accurate, then okay, fine. At least you tried. But this is one of those cases where you really need to convince Warner Brothers Discovery to just give you the Max platform. Because, damn it, I want to watch your content. I also want to watch your collection of pay-per-views on Blu-ray. Because even the worst shows have has the best stuff going on. Except for All Out 2020. We don't need to talk about that. So anyways, according to Tony Khan, the initial estimate that came out from it from the statistics was 100,000 pay-per-view buys, which I was like, okay, it's not good, but I honestly expected far worse, especially after what happened, and All In happening a week prior. So I'll just, I never said it was great numbers compared to the previous All Outs, but it's still pretty damn impressive that they still got 100,000 on the offset. So moving on from all that part, so yeah, I'm curious to know where the endgame storyline is going to go with this. Is Kenny going to just move on for a little bit, or are they just going to continue butting heads and fighting to the death? If you want, you can bring back Barbed Wire Deathmatch and actually hire a production company that doesn't want to screw you at the end of all this. So, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if Don Callis references say, and unlike your pathetic ending to Revolution 2021, we're gonna have actual explosives and a grand finale. So, yeah. Also, I liked how Don Callis has the scar now on his forehead from the incident with Moxley, where Don Callis actually legitimately got injured and had to get stitches, and now has left with a scar. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be morbid when I say this. I kind of love it. It kind of gives more dark character edge to Don Callis with the scar on his forehead. It just kind of shows Don Callis is willing to pay the price for his evil machinations. And he's spreading his virus all across AEW because he was Cyrus the Virus, and god damn it, we need that again. So yeah, those were my thoughts on Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita at All Out. Oh no, Konosuke Takeshita is him. I just had to reference that meme once. Kenny Omega continues to be Kenny, by God, fucking Omega. Don Callis continues to be the virus that never was. I'm like, come on, man. Just are they ever gonna call? I'm amazed at this point. I just want to bring this up. I'm amazed so far throughout entire run of AEW here. He has not been mentioned as being Cyrus the Virus. When they were in Philadelphia at times, they never reference, oh, he's Cyrus the Virus. He's the virus of ECW. He's the one that killed ECW. I'm just amazed that they have never
I should be
referenced.
like you, Mel.
They have never brought up, oh yeah, Don Callis was Cyrus. I gotta give a little bit of credit. If it's WWE's trademark, that's not the first time they reference WWE stuff. But it just bugs me a little bit. I kind of want them to reference Cyrus the Virus and kind of bring up how he's bringing his virus to AEW and all that. But that's just me. So this were my thoughts on this whole stuff. Hope to see y'all again. I'm hoping to get better on this schedule thing again. I'm trying to get my content back and rolling. It's just a depressing 2 weeks. This was Neo Reality Entertainment, NRE The WrestleVerse. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share my content, and description below. See you again next time. Peace and take care. Keep on wrestling.